He said his papa was a rolling stone. He was rolling prone, freed by weed, so we like rolling stone, living life like a rock star with no cover of Rolling Stones, but in the hood still a rock star. The way he rolled his stones, and those stones, they built a castle where he left his throne, a home where his queen and prince were left alone. He was hungry, so the phone he used to call his bread, and after that, where he laid his fitted cap, he lost his bed. But see, mama let him roam. There was no need to call him home because he put food on our table even though he wasn't eating at his own. A roof he put over our heads even though the beds were smothered. And the covers that covered us are better than my mother's mothers. There were no help from the family. All my mother's brothers and her sisters didn't miss us. They said daddy should have wore rubber. My mother's only child, but 4 siblings were had. 4 siblings were sad from 4 missing their dad, but each sibling was good living. Keeping up with the fads, cause flipping birds like gymnast, dad was a chemist in the lab. He should have won a Nobel Prize the way he served his pies, but those bags couldn't amount from the tears from 8 eyes. 8 ears anticipate lies, and then become accustomed to fights. And good nights are translated from, son, I won't make it home tonight. Daddy left us alone. Daddy's whereabouts unknown. Daddy keeps money in our pockets, but that's just leaving us alone. Enough pay to get the new J's. Enough money so we don't look funny, but when the days were sunny, he was never there for me. The phone rings. Daddy's on the other end. He answers, how you doing, boy? Well, I ain't had many chances to see you. Plus, mama says that I shouldn't believe you because you probably never show up to pick me up from school. I'll be there to pick you up, son. Then we got to make this little run. Just pretend we're delivery men, and I promise it'll be fun. Okay, so now he sits in class waiting for the time to pass. He done bragged to his classmates about the retrieval from his dad. The bell rings, so he packs his things into his superhero sack, gives his friend's hands a smack, and opens up the doors in the back. He don't see no cars in the back, so he goes back to the front. Doesn't see daddy there, so he snacks on leftovers from lunch. Until a teacher walks by and asks, where's your ride? He replies, I don't know, but my house ain't that far. Plus every time I see my daddy, he be driving a different car. So now he sits on the steps doing his math homework while he waits, adding every second it takes for his daddy to be late. He thinks he made a mistake. Then he begins to walk home thinking to himself, how could I have ever been picked up by a rolling stone? He doesn't control his movements. He just goes where he rolls, and I suppose that those 4 pebbles were just rocks in the road. This thought locks in his dome, and he lets the rest comb over his shoulders, and he pledges, when I get older, I'll be a stationary boulder.